Hello, my name is Mr. D, and today we're going to be reading a story which you can see on the screen called Yoda the Turtle. Alright, so now we're going to start to read about Yoda the Turtle. Feel free to pause the video or rewind the video if you feel lost while I'm reading the story. I'm gonna try to be as slow that I can be, so everyone has the chance uh, to understand the story. So so I'm gonna start reading the story. On the Folly Island of Solomon's son, Yoda the Turtle was king of the pond. A nice little pond. It was clean. It was neat. The water was warm. There was plenty to eat. The turtles had everything turtles might need, and they were all happy. Quite happy indeed. And you can see here, do you have some turtles who look like they're having fun? They were until Yertle, the king of them all, decided the kingdom he ruled was too small. I'm ruler, said Yertle, of all that I see, but I don't see enough. That's the trouble with me. With this stone for a throne, I look down on my pond, but cannot look down on the places beyond. This throne that I sit on is too low down. It ought to be higher, he said with a frown. If I could sit high, how much greater I'll be. What a king! I'll be ruler of all that I could see. And you can see Yoda thinking it to himself how he wants to be higher. So Yoda, the Turtle King, lifted his hand, and Yoda, the Turtle King, made a command. He ordered 9 turtles to swim to his stone, and using these turtles, he built a new throne. He made each turtle stand on another one's back, and he piled them all up in a 9 turtle stack. And then Yodel climbed up. He sat down on the pile. What a wonderful view! He could see most a mile. Okay, so we're gonna take a break a little bit and answer the question that I have for you guys. So the question that I have is why Yodel why it one that is so high? Why did he want a higher throne? So take a couple of minutes to pause the video and write down your answers. Okay, now we're gonna continue on with the story. Oh mine, Yoda cried. Oh, the things I now rule. I'm a king of a cow. I'm king of a mule. I'm king of a house. And what's more beyond that, I'm king of a blueberry bush and a cat. I'm Yoda the turtle. Oh, marvelous me, for I am the ruler for all that I see. Okay, so what I want you guys to do now is take a minute to answer the question I have for you guys. Do you guys think that Yoda the Turtle is using his power responsibly? And also, can you point out from one part of the text or from multiple parts of the text so far that support your opinion. So, okay, now we're gonna continue on with our story. And all through that morning, he sat there up high, saying over and over, "A great king am I," until about noon. Then he heard a faint sound. "What's that?" snapped the king, and he looked down the stack, and he saw at the bottom a turtle named Mac, just a part of his throne. And this plain little turtle looked up and he said, "Begging pardon, King Yoda, I have pains in my back and my shoulders and knees. How long must we stand here? Your Majesty, please." And you can see here Mac begging the king to let them go, and King Yoda obviously looking annoyed here. "Silence!" The king of the turtles spoke back. "I'm king, and you're only a turtle named Mac. You stay in your place while I sit here and rule. I'm king of a cow. I'm king of a mule. I'm king of a house, and a bus, and a cat. But that isn't all. I'll do better than that. My throne shall be higher," his royal voice thundered. "So pile out more turtles. I want about 200. "More turtles! More turtles!" he bellowed and brayed, and the turtles way down the pond were afraid. They trembled, they shook, but they came, they obeyed. From all over the pond they came swimming by dozens, whole families of turtles, with uncles and cousins, and all of them stepped on the head of poor Mac. One after another, they climbed up the stack. So I have a question I want you guys to answer. Why do you think the turtles are obeying King Yoda? So take a minute to write down your answers. Okay, now I'm gonna continue on with the story. Then Yoda the turtle was perched up so high he could see 40 miles from his throne in the sky. "Hooray!" shouted Yoda. "I'm king of the trees. I'm king of the birds. I'm king of the bees. I'm king of the butterflies. King of the air. Ah me! What a throne! What a wonderful chair! I'm Yertle the turtle. Oh, marvelous me! For I am the ruler of all that I see." Then again, from below, in the great heavy staff, came a groan from that plain little turtle named Mac. "Your Majesty, your Majesty, please, I don't like to complain, but down here below we are feeling a great pain. I know up on top you are seeing great heights, but down at the bottom we too should have rights. We turtles can't stand it. Our shells will crack. Besides, we need food. We are starving," groaned Mac. "You hush your mouth," howled the mighty King Yoda. "You've no right to talk to the world's highest turtle. I rule from the clouds, over land, over sea. There's nothing, no, nothing that's higher than me." But while he was shouting, he saw with surprise that the moon of the evening was was starting to rise. Up over his head in the darkening skies. "What's that?" snorted Yoda. "Say, what is that thing that dares to be higher than Yoda the King? I, I shall not allow it. I'll go higher still. I'll build my throne higher. I can and I will. I'll call some more turtles. I'll stack them to heaven. I need about 5,607." But Yertle, the Turtle King, lifted his hand and started to order and give the command. That plain little turtle below in the stack, that plain little turtle whose name was just Mac, decided he had enough, and he had. And that plain little lad got a little bit mad, and that plain little Mac did a plain little thing. He booked, and his book shook the throne of the king. Okay, another question I want you guys to answer is we learn about Mac a little bit more. So the question I have for you guys is, how will you describe the character of Mac? So take a minute to write down your answers. Pause the video and alright, so now I'm gonna finish up this story. We have 2 more pages, so let's see how this ends. And Yoda the turtle, the king of the trees, the king of the air, and the king and the bees, the king of a house, and a cow, and a mule. Well, that was the end of the Turtle King's rule. For Yoda, the king of all Salmon's sons, fell off his high throne and fell plunk in the pond. And Yoda the turtle, and today the King Yoda, the marvelous he is king of the mud. That's all that he can see. And the turtles, of course, all of the turtles are free. As turtles and maybe all creatures should be. And you can see the turtles being happy. And that Yoda over here is now falling off his high place and looks really sad. Alright, so I have one final question for you guys to answer, which should be pretty easy. What was how did the story end? So answer that question, and then I'll move on to the optional activities that I want you guys that I would like you guys to do after watching and hearing the story. Alright, so I just want to talk about the activities that you guys can do after hearing me read the story of Yoda the Turtle to you. So for the first one, what you guys can do is that you guys can make a bubble map on the 2 main characters of the story, and you guys can have you guys can make bubbles on how they were similar and how they were different. Now you don't have to do it on a piece of paper. I mean, you guys don't have to do it on the computer, but you guys can do it on a separate piece of paper, and that will be fine to do. Now, for the second option, which you guys can answer the question that I have on the screen, which is what does it mean to treat people right. And you guys can write that in 3 or 4 sentences, and that should be fine on a separate piece of paper. And really think about how Yoda uh, had treated the other tourists. So that's so you can either do one of those two options. You don't have to do them both. Now I just want to say thank you for listening to me read the story to you guys. Have a good day, and I want you guys to stay safe.